or evening. I don't know where everyone's watching from, so. I'll give like 5 minutes to. Ignore the piano playing in the background. Hello everybody. We started to get into some exposing Cole and Sav. I'm just signing in. Oh, here we go. Why can't I make it full screen? BEARFRUIT. I'm just gonna put up a thing on the Reddit to let everyone know that I'm live right now, and then we'll get started. How is everybody today? Hi divas. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna put up the announcement and then we're gonna get started. Okay, create post. Live right now, exposing BEARFRUIT on TikTok.
But yeah, it's definitely like a usable piano.
Alright. Post. Okay. How is everybody today? I'm gonna put up what is lightning Q&A? Huh? Help, I don't even, bro, I just want to put a thing up where you guys can ask questions. But, anyways. Huh? Why has this been, what? Okay. Let's get into it. So, I haven't been on the app since, I don't even know, probably the start of this year. So I was in this course, and I'm gonna have to be careful today about what I'm saying because last time I did a live about BEARFRUIT, I got banned for like child exploitation and like sexual something, but I'm like, bro, I'm literally just reading this. I'm not getting banned again, so shall we jump straight into where I was up to on the course? I'm gonna just change that. There we go. I think that's better like this. Okay, so where did I get up to? I got up to day 25. Let's go. Welcome back to day 25. We have to put this in here. We wouldn't be able to finish a 30-day course on before marriage without saying it. We say this in almost every course we've written because it is important and true. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You're 25 days into sex before marriage and have learnt a lot. There could be a lot of good perspectives and heart changes happening in your life. You could be consuming biblically healthy truths with full intentions to apply it all to your life. You can be doing all the right things and still fall very short if your friends aren't on the same page as you and if the people you surround yourself with most are contradicting your values and beliefs. This sounds like a cult. You can be friends with people who don't share the same beliefs as you. I'm friends with Christians, I'm friends with Muslims, I'm friends with Jews, I'm friends with literally... Why am I getting a thing to invite Lazara to co-host? Anyways. Why is Cole trying to, get people to ditch their friends? Sorry, just because you have, no friends doesn't mean that you can tell everyone else, oh, you need to ditch your friends. Shut up. You can be friends with people who have varying opinions and beliefs, but your closest friends and those you allow to influence your life on a daily basis should be people who take you higher, who bring you up, and who help you achieve the goals you aspire to in life. They should not be people who make achieving your goals more difficult. Whether you've never held hands before or have had sex 100 times isn't what we're talking about, because remember, Jesus forgives and redeems your past. It's your present and future we're focusing on. Moving forward, how can you, according to the Bible, I do not want to co-host, sorry. According to the Bible, where was I up to? Do sex in God's way. View it in God's way. One of the, if not the most important things you need to do is look at your friends and reevaluate if they are who God is putting in your life to bring you higher. Maybe you can be a good influence on them as well. What would Cole know about being a good influence? His 5-year-old son is a Trump supporter. Anyways, The question of the day is, tell us about your closest friend using 3 sentences. What should I say? What should I say tell us about your closest friends using 3 sentences? My closest friends are drug dealers. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't say that because I'm going to get banned again. I'll say my closest friends are... My closest friends are beautiful souls who lift me up closer to our Lord. Because remember, I have to be convincing because they already kicked me off the app once. We inspire and encourage each other to reach our goals. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it there with 2 sentences because I doubt that Cole can even write 3 sentences by himself without using ChatGPT, so why should I do it for him? All right. Let's see what people said in the discussion. They definitely don't align with my values. Most of them I've been friends with since I was in elementary school, so it's been difficult for me to part ways with them, but I do feel like our differences in characters are now starting to become more evident than ever. Do you guys like the piano playing? My closest friends don't party and drink. That's not to say they never have, though. They don't go to church, but they say they believe in God, and I have had conversations about God and they seem to know the basics. What about stop trying to push your beliefs on your friends. You should respect your friends for who they are, and if they choose to not follow your religion, then that's it. Jesus lover church and adventure buddies, prayer partners and accountability partners. What a fun group. Okay, I've had enough of that. I've had enough of that. Let's hop into day 26. Why do you date someone? Really think about this question. If you're dating someone now, why are you dating him or her? I'm dating my girlfriend because she is cool. And I love her. And also because I don't care that people say, oh, like the Bible says you can't. Pff, I don't care.
Oh, I've got to go. I'm going to be up at my 12.
Anyways, if you're looking for someone to date, why? Is it because you're lonely? Cole. Is it because you're bored? Cole. Is it because dating is fun? Cole. Is it just because that's what everyone else does and is doing around you? Or are you dating with the intention of marriage? I actually am, even though I'm 19. When we treat dating like a game just for fun with no intentionality behind it, we often end up hurt because God didn't create relationships to be this constant cycle of dating one person, then another person, then another and another that never leads to marriage. So then tell me why in the Bible there's people that had like 800 wives. Marriage doesn't mean anything, obviously. And also, why is God the one like deciding this? Has God ever been in a relationship? No. He also didn't create dating for you to stay dating the same person for years on end, never pursuing marriage. What's the difference though? Because like, yes, I am Australian, thank you. Marriage is literally just a piece of paper. What's the difference? Like, and it's also expensive. Like, if you've been in a long-term relationship and you don't want to get married, then you don't want to get married. That's it. Like, it's not that deep. Dating is designed to figure out if this person you like could be your spouse. Because guess what? When you date someone, you're going to want to have sexual relations with that person. That's how it works. Asexual people exist? What? Just because Cole is like obsessed doesn't mean everyone else is. That's how it works. That's how God designed it, because God didn't intend for you to stay just dating, but for dating to lead to marriage, where sex is a great thing. Or just have it when you're dating. Is it that deep? No. Have I been struck down by lightning and gone to hell? No. The men/women you date who also don't date to marry but simply date for fun will likewise have a different warped view of sex. Because they don't have a goal in mind, they'll take shortcuts to achieve their lack of goals. Shortcuts to achieve their lack of goals. If you don't have a goal, what are you achieving though? When you date to marry and the person you're dating dates to marry, you both have a healthy goal of marriage and also sex. You understand that is not for now, but it is for the future. It's a lot easier to remain pure when you have a dating goal, marriage goal, and even sex goal. What the fuck is an sex goal? Dating for fun is a great time. Shame he never experienced it, considering he's obsessed. Literally. Like, maybe he would be a lot more normal if, you know, he hadn't jumped into dating to marry with someone who was, 5 years older than him with a child. Maybe, you know, he would have got these urges out and he'd be normal now. What's a flash goal? What? Okay, let's do... I don't even know what that is. It just says that achieve this goal when 3 gifters send Rose to your live. I don't know. I don't even know. Anyways, why does our culture date for fun versus date to marry? Bro, why are you asking me? You're the one who wrote the course. You tell me. Our culture dates to marry because we have lost sight of God's intentions for us. I have never dated with the intention to just date. Lying. Anyways, okay. Let's go in discussions. What do people say? It's all temporary pleasures. People chase instant gratification and don't want to work hard on a marriage. I think people date for fun because they don't know what they want and are not ready to commit. Dating someone is committing. You're becoming exclusive. The troubling part of this is they're raising children to think like this. That man has daughters. Literally. I'm so worried. Especially for Everly, that she's going to end up in something, you know, like this, because Cole preaches himself as, like, you know, saved her and Savannah from Tommy, which there was nothing wrong with Tommy. Anyways, I haven't dated for fun, but I believe people may do it because the media normalises it and makes it seem like a cool thing. Yeah, because it's not that deep. Blah, 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 blah. These people all sound so boring. Day 27. Welcome back to day 27. I want to see God. I want to see God in my personal life. I want to see God in my marriage. I want to see God in my kids. I want to see God in my home. Is that not trespassing? Okay. I want to see God in my business. Which one? It's definitely not here because this is a scam. This is a money grab. I want to see God in my finances. What, you mean in the money that your 12-year-old daughter makes for you? Nothing godly about that. I want to see God in every area of my life. I'd be willing to guess that you do too. No, I really don't, but okay. God in the bedroom too, probably. It's probably some sort of kink. How do we see God? It's not how, but who. In, like, capital letters. Who does the Bible say will see God? I'm actually crying. It's like, bro, shut up. You're not an owl. Who? Like, oh, stop. I can't do that. That makes my forehead look really big. It is the pure in heart. Purity wipes the mud from our eyes. Why are you putting mud in your eyes, bro? That's disgusting. New skincare routine. The older I get, the more I desire for this. The more I realise I don't just want this, but need it. If I don't see God, I'm missing everything. We can't afford to miss it. Look around. Look at your school, your university, your friends, your social media. How many young people are missing it? How many young people are so deeply depressed, anxious, and miserable? I'm anxious, but it's not because I'm missing God. That doesn't contribute to it at all. That actually made it worse because Here's a little secret about me. When I was 17, I went through a phase where I low-key was like, oh my God, I need to become a Christian because I'm going to go to hell. But at the end of the day, it was just my OCD attaching onto something, and I snapped out of it, and I feel a lot better now than I did 2 years ago. So anyways, there are so many. It's so sad, and we hate it so much. When we see God, we see the things of God. We see the fruit of God. Peace, joy, hope, kindness, self-control. What does Cole know about any of those things? Cole doesn't know self-control. If he did, they wouldn't have 5 kids. Oh my God. There's not a lot of that on social media nowadays, is there? There doesn't seem to be much of that in our culture and world either. I believe it's because people are blinded by their pride and lack of purity before the Lord. Purity is not just sex. Purity is all sin, any sin. Oh damn, I'm impure because I have a girlfriend. Oh no. I'm in her jumper right now. I feel like there's been Christian and then there's people in cults, and above that is Cola Brandt, literally. Honestly, give it 5 years, I reckon that, because you know how in Christianity there's all like the different denominations. Give it 5 years, I reckon that Cole and Sav are going to try and start their own new one, because look, they've done this. They've done their homeschooling academy thing, you know, they've done, like, there's so many little things that they've done that it's like, cult. Anyways, if we can purify our sex life and view of sex, I believe we can purify every other sin in our life as well. What about the sin of like this, you know, whatever's going on here. Question of the day is, do you see God? Do you see his hand and his goodness in your life? Despite your situation and surroundings, do you have a peace? What is a peace? A piece of what? A piece of this? Or do you feel you've been missing it? I see God in my husband and children. I feel at peace in my life and thank the Lord for that. Unfortunately, I don't think that Everly is gonna be the one to escape. I reckon it's gonna be Sunday. Give it 20 years. Zealand is too far gone. Posey is the golden child, because, you know, it's Cole's first biological daughter. Because, I mean, we can go back onto the whole thing of that day where where Cole said that the day his daughter was born was the first time he knew unconditional love, but it's like, you didn't come into Everly's life until she was 3. You don't love her unconditionally? That's a bit rude. And also, it's not unconditional, because I bet you if Posey came to you and said, I'm transgender, I'm gonna be I don't know, Peter now, not Posey, he would be like, bye. Yes, I have seen the video Suspecting Sunday has San Filippo's. Cole and Sab probably don't even know what that is. Day 28, this has been dragging on for so long, and then we're going to pick the new course, so we've got 3 more modules to go through. Oh my god, I need a tissue so bad, but we don't have any tissues. Welcome back to day 28. We're down to the final 3 days. I'm wrapping up here shortly. We've talked a lot about the concept of having God's way versus having your own way. Remember, this is the simplicity of the gospel here. This is the core foundation of Jesus, his truth, his power, and the fall of humanity, and even the angels since the beginning of time. Are we going to trust God? No. Are we going to trust that his way is greater and better than our own way? Satan went God's way for a time, then he rebelled and wanted to do things his own way. A third of the angels followed Satan out of heaven to do life their own way. God let them. God let Adam and Eve try life their own way. It led to death as God promised it would. Did he really though? He gave them, what? He didn't even give them 1 day. I think that, yes, if we'd intervened and made sure that Sav didn't end up with Cole in the first place, she could have turned out fine, but I think that now she's just completely brainwashed. Like, there's no thoughts in that head. She can't even use grammar, so... Every human since then faces the same predicament, wanting to do life our own way versus God's way. What will you do? Who will you trust? Not you. At this point in the course and this point in your life, you have to stop making excuses for everyone around you and make your decision. What will you do? Will you live your life God's way and trust that his goodness will follow after you as his word says it will? Words are cheap. Talk is cheap. Did no one ever teach Cole that? Or will you not? Only you can decide that. Only you can decide if you're willing to trust God with your sex. I'm not. I think that's a bit weird. I don't want him getting involved in that. That's my own personal separate thing. They don't have qualifications. That's the thing. They don't have qualifications. It's like, oh my God. I don't know how this hasn't, like, been a lawsuit, but anyways. The more you learn to let go and trust God in every area of your life, it just becomes one of those areas. Also, but back onto that, isn't it a sin to lead people astray? I forgot what it's called. But isn't that literally like, you know, like false prophet and stuff like that is a sin? They're not qualified to be teaching people any of this stuff. If you need help, go to someone proper. Anyways, it will become natural and even easy to just know that God's way is your way. That's a massive contradiction. That having God's way is the only way you desire, because anything outside God's way is a cheap imitation that returns void. Again, I can testify otherwise. I'm not going to elaborate, but I can testify otherwise. God's word never returns void, but rather produces an abundance. Not true. From my personal experience, this is where we credit all good things in our life, a result of doing things God's way and not our own. So basically, you're a sheep. We do it imperfectly, we make many mistakes and fall many times along the way, and so will you. Just keep getting up and keep choosing God's way, will you? Then we've got the question. Do you trust God with your... Do you trust his way is best, or do you have doubts that your way may still be better than his? I trust in my Lord wholly. Oh my God. Let's see what people have said in the discussions. Everyone is just saying they trust him. And then someone here says, honestly, I'm still stuck in the sex is bad mindset, I think. It's not. I don't doubt that my way would be better than his, but I often struggle with accepting his way. Good, you have a brain. You have emotions. You have a conscience. Good. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, is that Crimson Woods? Oh yeah, you're a piano tuner, aren't you? Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Oh my god, wait. I think I've made it to the last day.
Second-hand or baby brand. I'm in London. Just want someone to come and have a look at it, and it needs a tune. Like it's okay. I mean, it's not. It's pretty much uniform.
Blah, 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 blah. This is really boring stuff. Good and healthy things often start slow and small but are planted in good soil. Do you know when the best time to plant an apple tree is? 20 years ago. Why? Because it takes 20 years for an apple tree to produce fruit. How are we going to apply this to SEX? Well, I wasn't going to plant seeds for that 20 years ago because guess what? I wasn't even born. I was a 1 month developed embryo in my mother's uterus 20 years ago. So, yeah. What kind of sex do you aspire to have with your spouse one day? Terrible? None, because you no longer like each other? Mediocre? Something not right about you, about me. I'm assuming, like everyone else, you dream of one day having the fireworks exploding type. That's disgusting, bro. Why is Cole telling us about his firework explosion? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That's how God made it to be. Crazy enough, having that type of incredible starts now. Really? Yes, right now. What about if there's minors on this app? What about if there's people under 18 on this app? Or under 16 on this app? And he's telling them to go and do that. Or what if there's people who are not married on this app? Anyways. Get off of Snapchat. I hate when people use that sentence, get off of Snapchat or get off of anything. It's just get off, not get off of. Hate it. Oh my god, no. I'm reading this. This is not my opinions. Oh my god. Stay away from the troublemaking boy or girl. Surround yourself with a healthy community. The Bible tells us that our spouse should be someone equally yoked. This means we should wait for someone who views Jesus in the world the same way you do. Well, that's good because me and my girlfriend are both atheists. So, who lifts you up and makes you love Jesus more, not less. Who pursues purity with you before marriage as well as after marriage. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. The question of the day is, what kinds of topics would you like discussed in future courses? Let's brainstorm, guys. What is playbook? What the hell? Guys, give me some suggestions of like what do we want to see in some future courses. Oh, you know what? A course on being delivered from homosexuality. Is there one about food? I actually don't know. But I have finished, so now... Oh my god, wait, let's see what other people want topics discussed. They want healthy ways of disciplining children. getting into the word so the word gets into us.
So that
Relationship anxiety. How to unlock the Holy Spirit. What is it, like a side quest, like a skin on a game? To unlock it, bro. I unlocked Santa Barbara's skin for Abby on The Last of Us Part 2 yesterday. Is that what it's like? Teen relationship advice. Experiences on fame and how it changed you. How to work through struggles in marriage. He is not a licensed counsellor. How to perform an exorcism. Asking the wrong people for advice on disciplining children, literally, because if you scroll down to, I think it was like December, I made a video on do Cole and Sav abuse their children physically, and I think that they do. I've heard I've had insider information as well that they apparently do. So anyways, blah 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 ha blah 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 lingangu liguli watcha lingangu. Okay. Let's pick a new course. Bro, I finished this course. I have to wrap up. Oh my god, look, I got a badge. I got a medal. Thank you so much, Cole. I'm gonna print this out and stick it on my wall and pray to it every night. Pick another course. Okay. What courses have we got on here so we can pick? Help me pick, guys. So we've got option number 1 is raising kids to genuinely love Jesus. Number 2, 10 ways to get divorced. What? Oh my god. 10 ways to get divorced. Potty training 101. What? Why are you doing a course on potty training? That's really weird. Finding the one in 30 days. SEX during marriage. Becoming a godly wife. So we've got I think, imagine they've got all wrong and the big man loves gays and sleeping around, literally. I'm probably the blueprint for what he loves. Not Cole. Alright, so we've got 6 options here. Can I do a poll? Oh god, I'm just gonna like stretch my legs out for a sec. Oh my god. Can I do a poll? How do I add a poll? Oh, here we go. Poll. No, but I don't. Here we go. Okay. Okay. I think that the 10 ways to get divorced one is like probably like a cautionary thingo rather than like, oh yeah, you should go and do it. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. See, I mean, I personally don't really want to do finding the one in 30 days because, like, I think it's a bit boring. Like, I feel like it's gonna be boring. Oh, like, why do my legs hurt really bad? Oh my god. Becoming a godly wife could be interesting. Maybe Sav got to say for once, potentially. Except that it's she's so brainwashed. Bro, when are they gonna do another giveaway? Have they run out of money? Oh wait. Let's have a look at the hang on, I can turn this. Oh, that's a lot better if I turn it up that way. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So there's a let me just have a quick look at the results. What have we got? People want the godly wife one. There's a section where people can put up like questions. Oh my god, wait, why is my Furby there? So my parents keep digging it up from somewhere and putting it in my room. I was like, bro, I haven't played with this for 10 years, but anyways, oh, well, there, how do you feel about vaccines for your children? Let's have a look. As a mama, praying about this decision is the best thing you can do. God will give you peace. Others' opinions will distract you, so lean on God. Yeah, it probably has. I just didn't notice it. Sorry. I'm actually, like, really concerned. What are you saying? Others' opinions will distract you. What, the opinions of medical professionals who have developed these vaccines to protect a child from deadly diseases that will kill them? Someone said in the comments, I feel like this is controversial. It shouldn't be. It's a vaccination. I think it's unfair unvaccinated kids can't go to public school at their parents' discretion. If vaccines work and your children, other children at school, are vaccinated against the diseases, what's to be afraid of? It's the parents' choice to do what they believe is best for their children, and if they want to take the risk of putting them in public school, they should be able to. On the other hand, I feel like God convicted me about it after my husband passed away following part 2 of a vaccine he received, and it opened my eyes to so much. I stopped vaccinating my kids and it encouraged me to homeschool. What? Your husband passed away following part 2 of a vaccine? What? I highly doubt it, but anyways. The amount of misinformation saying vaccines are safe is very satanic. They want to inject your children. Our ancestors were fine. Your ancestors were not fine. Why do you think that the average age was like 30? That was, that was considered old age, was like 30 because everyone was dying. Do you know how many more people there are in the world now compared to when your ancestors, I don't even know, what are we talking about, 100 years ago, 500 years ago? We're talking about the plague. the plague that wiped out like a third of Europe. I wouldn't say that that's fine. Okay, we will do How to Be a Godly Wife. Thank you, everybody. No way. We chose not to vaccinate. None at all. My children are now 21, 19, 18, 17, 16. Wait, why do you have 4 kids in succession like that? 19, 18, 17, 16. Can you use a condom? Please. Please. Oh my God. Stop overpopulating the world with these unvaccinated people. Like, I'm so glad I don't live in America, because in Australia, like, it's very, very rare to be unvaccinated. Jesus Christ. Literally. I knew someone personally whose son was perfectly healthy, hitting all his milestones until he was vaccinated. You get vaccinated from when I think you're about 4 weeks old. You get your first vaccines. He is now non-verbal and on the spectrum. That happened way too many times for it to be a coincidence. What do you mean way too many times? You said this is one. This is one occurrence. Jesus. And all those people saying that you need time to pray to figure out what's right for your family. Why don't you hop on Google, do a quick 2-minute search? Mortality rate of smallpox. Except we don't even have to vaccinate for that anymore, because guess what? Everyone got vaccinated and the disease got wiped out. Imagine if we can wipe out something, like imagine if we could wipe out measles, or if we could wipe out whooping cough. Why would they rather chance their child being buried than their child having autism, literally? I'm not a parent yet, but I would much rather have an alive, an autistic child than a dead child from something completely preventable. And you can't just turn autistic. It's in your brain. It would have been in your brain since you were born. My friend from work, she's got a 3-year-old daughter. She's autistic. She's fine. She's great. I love her. She's fun. You know, of course there's some things that she struggles with a bit. But, you know, all kids have things like that. And you know what? She's vaccinated and she's alive. She's not dead. Anyways, that's enough of looking at that, because that's really... Oh... Looking for some guidance and advice. My brother-in-law just recently came out as trans. Being a Christian, my husband and I know this is not of God and goes against our beliefs. We believe that Jesus has called us to show love to all. We are having a very hard time navigating this, as there really weren't any warning signs, if you will, and seemed to come out of nowhere. Also, with 2 very little boys, 4 years and a 6-month-old, we do not want to expose them to this. We love him and of course want him in our lives, but have no idea what that should look like or how to navigate this as a Christian, and coming from a place of love, because we know that no one sin is worse than another in God's eyes. All sin is equal. And yes, we pray for him every day, and he knows we are Christians, as he was raised in that faith as well, but was never strong in his faith. Why am I getting assignments posted now? I'm on holidays. Please leave me alone. I go back to uni next week. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Stop praying for him. Did he ask you to pray for him? No. That's just so disrespectful. That's insane. Like, let's see what people are saying in the, Can the clay say to the potter, "Why have you made me like this?" No. When the Creator creates, we are not one to change anything. We are the creation, not the creator. I love how they've capitalized here. Do you see shun and tor? They don't mean anything. It's not a suffix that is a standalone word. Shun doesn't mean anything. Tor doesn't mean anything. And they thought they ate. We must stick to our roles. God knows what he wanted to create. Just pray for him. Prayer works. Anything is possible. He can be redeemed. It's not your job to change him. I feel like that, again, that's really like contradictory because, you know, the rest of the time Christians act like it is their job to get all up in everyone's fucking business anyway. Oops, sorry, I swore. That's naughty. I hope I don't get kicked off TikTok now. Imagine if Cole's here watching this on like a burner account. That would be quite funny. Why am I getting live invites from someone I haven't spoken to for like 1.5 years? Because they think that I committed a crime that I did not commit. Just gonna let that sit there. Alright. Look, they've just abandoned the app completely because I used to do a daily devotional with like a whole essay about what it meant to Cole, like obviously written really badly. No daily devotional. There was a devotional 4 days ago. The one 4 days ago said, yes, I am coming soon. Amen. Come, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I'm coming. Sorry, that's so funny. Imagine that. Like, yes, I'm coming soon. Yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming soon. I'm crying. Of course he had to pick that. Of course. How long is the Bible? I don't even know how long it is because I haven't read it. It's long though, I know that. But like, of course you pick that one sentence. Oh, it says this is the final prayer of the Bible. Just like it's the final thing that happens before you bust. That's very funny. That's a very funny little parallel there, actually. I find that quite amusing. Stop. Oh my god, why am I getting like 5 different assignments right now? Oh. Let's see what other devotionals have we got. I feel like they've gotten very lazy because like for the past month, all of the devotionals have just been from Revelations. Like, what? Anyways, alright, let's start the Becoming a Godly Wife course. LOL! And this one is actually only 10 days. So, that's good rather than the 30-day ones. Like, it's so boring. Like, it takes so long to get into it anyway. Alright. Day 1. The purpose of this course is to help break down 2 things: what the world says a wife is and who God says a wife is. There are many fallacies on both sides. I'm just going to hold this up here so people can tell that this is not me just like saying this. because this is not my beliefs. Oh my god, okay. There are many fallacies on both sides. Also, not everything that the world says a wife is necessarily wrong, bad, or unbiblical either. It's actually much simpler than we make it out to be. To have a good marriage, I have to be a good wife. Oh my god! Sav can talk? Sav wrote this! Well, who knows? Maybe she didn't. Maybe Cole wrote it and just pretended to be Sav. Because I wouldn't be surprised. To have a godly marriage, I have to be a godly wife. To have a godly husband, I must become a godly wife. What? What happened to, we could go back to that previous comment on the transgender discussion, that it's not your job to fix or help, blah, blah, blah. So, to have a godly husband, why do you need to be a godly wife? Cole should be capable of doing that by himself. He's a big boy. What is he? He's almost 30. I don't even know how old he is. I don't even care. Well, actually, if he was not... He's 28 because he came into Everly's life when she was 3 and he was 19. He was my age. I would be a better stepfather than him anyway. One time I actually had a dream about that. Oh my god, I had a dream where they hired me as a babysitter. And I don't think Everly was there. It was just the 4 younger ones. Actually, I don't even know if Posey was there. I think Posey and Ev had been, they took them somewhere, and I was, babysitting Zealand and Sunday and Beckham. And, I indoctrinated them into, I was like, oh, your parents are bad and stuff, and then we, trashed the whole house. And then Cole came home and was really angry. It was so funny. It was such a weird dream. Anyways... If I desire for my husband to purposefully and truthfully pursue God, the best thing I can do as his wife is model the same behaviour myself. Are you his wife or his fucking mother? This is so concerning. You are not his mum. Oh my god, it actually makes me angry. It actually makes me angry the way that these, mega Christians... It's the wife is the husband's mum. The man-child. Literally, Sabrina's right. Man-child. Why you always come running to me? Okay. Oftentimes we try to force or guilt our husbands into loving or following God more or better. This usually has a reverse effect and can make the person we love more resentful toward the very thing we want them to gravitate toward. None of this makes sense. What do you mean, you did not miss that much, honestly. It is mind-numbing. I can feel my brain cells just burning up. I don't know, see, because I've been on the live for probably about 50 minutes now. I don't think there's anything that pivotal. I think I've kind of just been going through the stuff, but I will try and put up... Actually, you know what? I could download this whole thing and put it up on YouTube. If you guys want me to do that, I can do that, and you can watch it as a recap. Anyways... why did I just scroll down? We'll be having a course come out soon attacking the issue of becoming a godly husband. Okay, where is it? Because they've literally abandoned BEARFRUIT. I saw yesterday because you know how they do their silly little birthday, the pre-birthday selfies with each of their kids, and they'll be like, last photo with our 4-year-old, tomorrow we'll have a big 5-year-old, and Sav was wearing the BEARFRUIT cap. But that I have not heard them say anything about it for months, honestly. Okay. For the sake of this course, let us lay our pride, ego, and vulnerability aside and truly just focus on where we can do better. Do not point the finger at things that are out of your control, but rather realign with God as to what is in your control. Today, being the official day one of this course, we ask that you do two things. Firstly, pray for God to show you the areas of your life where you're lacking. I will not be doing that. Thank you. Sav blocked me because I commented on a post on their Wago cult camp page. Literally, oh my God, and they made the account private now. Because it was public the first time I looked at it. And then I swear the next day I went on and it was private, and I was like, no, because I should have followed it. But do you know what my number one achievement? And I'm proud of it. They know I exist. They feel threatened by my presence on their app. They kicked me off the first time. They found my account and kicked me off. So now I have to, I'm like, I have a whole undercover thing, and I'm being all like, I'm pretending to be like conservative and that, but okay, specifically in your relationship with him and with your spouse, every marriage is different. Every individual within a marriage is even more different. So the exact situations that you may be going through are specific and unique to you. You likely already know these areas. As God brings them to your attention, write them down with an end goal to overcome these weaknesses. The second thing we ask is that you apply the advice and tips we give you to your life and marriage. Yeah, because with what qualification? Why would I listen to you? Why would I listen to your advice? I don't want to end up like you. That literally, I could not think of anything worse than living the life that Colin, Sav, and the kids live. Disgusting. So I will not be applying any advice and tips because I do not trust them. And I'm seriously concerned for the, I don't even know how many people are actually on this app. I think it's probably like a few thousand. Because back in the start, like this was in the days before they even had the free trial, like they would have, because you have the discussion after you do each day of the course, and there would be like thousands of comments. Anyways, we will address and tackle what we feel are the most important topics. We may miss areas that only God knows directly apply to your life, but we will try our best to give you the best guide to becoming a God. Official day one kickoff. What do you mean come back tomorrow for the official day one kickoff? Today is day one. It's literally clickbait. Like, it's actually so bad the way that they just drag it out and make you pay $10 a month for this. Literally, thank you. I mean, I don't think that the app is supposed to be for kids. I don't remember if there was a thing that asked me how old I was when I joined, but literally. And it's not, you don't have to do any age verification. So, if they ask when your birthday is, you could just chuck something, 18th of July, 2001. And, what are they going to do? Nothing. And yeah, literally, what did you guys see a few weeks ago, the video of Cole and Savannah in the bathroom? And it was just really weird. And I'm like, oh, ew. Like, I didn't need to see that. And it's also very performative. Like, you had this idea. You went and set the camera up. You went and did it. You watched this video back. Yeah, this is mint. I'll post this. Yeah, fully rad, hectic, lit. Oh, and there's actually, you know what, actually, I'm going to find it because I've got TikTok on my iPad. I'm going to find this video that I put up, that I'd screen recorded it from somewhere. That it's like, what? Why would you post this? And the fact is also, you can see the kids in, like, you can see one of them, like, their feet in the background, and it's like, yeah, this. Hello? What the hell? Like, why are you... Why are you putting your hand there in front of your children? And you say, oh, it's like tackling and tickling. That's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. Anyways, what's the question of the day? In what ways do you think a godly wife is different than a worldly wife? I'm just going to say I'm not too sure, but by the end of this course, I'll be enlightened. Answer question. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I'll shut the window. Oh my god, I almost just like hit myself with the window. So that's all the content to get up to date with, because now we've started the new course, and so we're gonna go. I'm not gonna do a live every single day. Probably I might do one. I don't know. We'll see. Either once or twice a week to do like just updates, update on a few days at a time rather than doing one per day, because that just it drags out too much. But yeah, does anyone have any questions or anything that you want to discuss before I head off? Oh my god, why am I so tired? I don't know, how long have I even been up? I've been up for like 2 hours maybe. I need to sneeze so bad. We have no tissues in the house now, so like, I don't want to sneeze. I love how I just said I don't want to sneeze and then I sneezed. Oh my god, I just got some gifts. How exciting. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Do I think the app is just a cash grab? Absolutely, yes, I do. And also because, you have to, the way it's designed is you've got to finish one course before you can start another one. And a lot of the courses go for 30 days. And you pay once a month, $10. And like, okay, sure, like it's not that much. But, if you had, like, if you have $10 a month from 1,000 people, $10,000 a month, easy. And they probably have more people than that on the app anyways. But yeah, I absolutely do think it's a cash grab. And also because they draw people in with the giveaways, it's like a bribe. I've never won the giveaway. They've probably rigged it against me, so they don't want me to win. I would love to win the giveaway. I would love to get $5,000 because, for some of us, that actually would make a massive difference in our lives. You draw people in with the accent. Oh my god, what do you mean? Like, you like my accent, you like my voice? Thank you, because I had on the LeBrant Fam Snark Reddit page, this, oh my god, I need to sneeze again. No. Okay, it's gone. I had someone complaining that they couldn't sit through my video because of my accent, because it annoyed them. And I was like, oh my god, that's a bit rude. Like, don't watch it then. But thank you. I appreciate that because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to listen to than some American accents. I feel like they're so, like, I mean, personally, Cole's voice annoys me so bad. I can't listen to it. Like, Anyways, thank you. Does anyone have any more questions or anything else that we want to discuss? Because then I'm gonna hop off. I think I might hop on my PlayStation for a little bit. And then I think I have to drive my dad's car to get the tyres checked because there's something wrong with one of the tyres. Like, it just is losing air pressure. So we're going to get that fixed after drive. And then I don't think I'm doing anything else today, so yeah. I'll have to go to the supermarket because I need some tissues because the other it's coming into the last month of winter in Australia, but there's these flowers that we've got called wattle that they start flowering quite early. I think they actually might flower most of the year. And the other day I was in the national park with my friend and her daughter, and, you know, we were like picking some flowers and stuff like that. And like the branch just like all shook into my face. So now I'm getting hay fever early because I'm just so lucky like that. I'm going to play The Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to do the daily run. And then depending on how much time I have before I have to go, because I think I have to go in probably about an hour to drive, because I think that the car has to be there at 12. So I think we'll probably go at about 11:30. It's 10:17 right now. But yeah, depending on how much time I have, then I might do some more of the story. Because I'm actually only playing the story for the first time, and I know that it says like, oh, no returns recommended for players that have completed the main story. But I only got my PlayStation last week because I'd been playing it. My girlfriend got me onto it because she plays. And, you know, one day I was like, oh, I want to have a turn. So I had a turn on the no return. And then one day I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start the story. So I did the story. And then I'm like, I need a PlayStation too. Because I only see her like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because we're both busy. I need to sneeze. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just like, I need a tissue so bad. Yeah. So I got a PlayStation because I don't see her that much, and, you know, when I see her, I want to actually spend time with her, not just, you know, be sat on the PlayStation, because that's what I felt bad. So I was going to her house and I'd be on the PlayStation. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually really bad. So yeah. Anyways, so I reckon I'm going to head off now. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining. You sound like you got hit in the face with a flower. Well, I literally did, because, you know, the branch just kind of like swung back, and, because, yeah, wattles are so weird. They just all, yeah, so much pollen, and it was all on my hand as well, because we were picking it for my friend's daughter. She's 3, and, you know, she wasn't tall enough to reach it, so I was picking it for her, and it just all went on my hand, and I was like, oh. And because there wasn't anywhere to like wash it off, so, you know, like if I was like touch my face, touch my hair, and then I breathe it in. So yeah, anyways, I hope everybody has a good day or a good night, depending on where you're watching from, and I will probably upload this to YouTube maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Thank you, bye.